Hello YouTube. Happy Sunday, or whatever day you're watching. As you can see, we got stuff growing. A week and 3 days ago, these fields were planted. Beans. Over here, over here. Which is not what it's supposed to be. This should have been a corn year for us, doing proper rotation. But I'm gonna see if I can. This ditch right here, this runs from the road, goes all the way back. Those trees right there, that's where the main lateral is. You see me cleaning out periodically, or for most often, I guess. And then right here at the corner of this field, this ditch goes this way. But essentially, this water all goes that way and goes to where you see me cleaning out all those culverts. There's kind of a built-up spot right there because we don't want the ditch on the road to connect to this, because all that would be coming this way. So that stops right there, but it's silted in just from this field runoff. It gets silted in. I dug it out down there a couple weeks ago. It needs a backhoe to dig out the whole thing, but I'm gonna see if I can at least open this up a little bit, get some of this water out of there. This really looks like they planted some kind of, it almost looks like rice, but that goes, this is the end of the lateral. This goes out to the main ditch. Way down there on the other end is where you see me unclogging. This is dry right here, so this is a good sign, especially since we have, the dam that we found that's been being built. That's kind of down, I don't know, maybe 500 yards or so that way. But it's dry, so that's good. See, you can tell though, see how muddy it is. It's been a wet week. We're planted out here, coming up good. So that's great to see. Haven't been able to get this field over here planted yet. They got it rowed up, but they haven't been able to plant it yet. They got a spot back here in the corner that holds water, so it needs to definitely need some dirt work done over here. This is the field that the Beavers have had control of the last few years. Keep it flooded. Right off though, I can see that the water is down. I don't see a fairly big piece of Beaver news to share. I'm going to wait until we get over here to this culvert. Where events took place, so hang tight with it for just a minute. This is horrible up here. This needs mowed so bad. Good to see this ditch has gone down. This was the one where I started the last video in, where snakes and stuff are coming out of the pipe. That was this ditch right here, further down, but it was quite high. You can see right now it's down, so pipe's pretty exposed. There's water coming out, so it's draining. It looks slow. I'm sure it's probably got stuff in front of it. I might check that out and see. Yeah, and over here on this one, it's hard to see, but the pipe is actually out for the water for the most part. I don't know if you can see that or not over there, but so obviously it's not going to drain much. That pipe needs to be removed. It's causing that to back up because it's just not in there right. You see we're dry on the other side. Water's it's really good. Water's down. What about on this side? So that dam's open, water's down low. That pipe's open. You can see it there between the trees or not. It's open. All right, so the big news. When I walked up here, there were like snakes going every which direction in the water there. So last Friday, a week and 2 days ago, we caught a beaver right here. So what we did is we kind of had to fool it a little bit. Beavers are smart. We just put the trap out. They totally were onto that. They knew it. They could see it there. There's a snake right there. They knew it. They knew it was a trap. And so what we did, what my dad did was he put it looks like, I don't know, it's so long now. Not sure. There's another one. But anyway, so what we did was we put the trap down, but then to kind of take the beaver's focus off the trap, he put up a kind of a panel that was kind of obvious to kind of divert their attention. So they focused on that and missed the trap, and it worked pretty quick. We got one. God, there's just snakes everywhere coming out of that hole over there or something. I don't know. Here comes another one. So the snakes keep making me lose my train of thought. Beavers, there's typically never just one. A lot of times if it's just two and you trap one of them, the other one will frequently leave. They're kind of, they like to, they don't really want to be alone. They want to be, let me try something a little different today. I found my harness. So I'm going to wear this just like this. So you can see what I see. I know everybody, I get so many comments on what view people like the most, and camera angle people like the most, and it's so different. I know there's going to be people that probably aren't going to like this one. Some people are. So tell me in the comments what do you think of this one, because this one is going to be kind of a, I think this is new. I tried this once before, but I didn't have the proper harness. It was very shaky. Hopefully this one isn't like that, but we'll see. So as I move in here, I'm just making sure I disturb everything. That, I'm pretty sure that's got to be, that's not, that looks like some kind of water snake, I feel like. Oh, you know what? I can see it already. That's exactly what's happened. See those stakes sticking up there? That's where Dad had the panel. I may not actually want to dig in there. He may have reset that trap, because I still see the marker for the trap. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone, actually. Can you believe it? There's one, two, one over there, three. I've gone this way. It's unbelievable. It's like obscene the amount of snakes there are here. There's sure that those aren't cottonmouths. The cottonmouth wouldn't just swim right in here and like swim right up to me and stuff like that. I know people say that they're aggressive and they jump in the boat with them and all that stuff, and I'm not saying it didn't happen. I've never seen it, and become very familiar with their activity around here. So what I will tell you is though that they do have a tendency to just kind of sit and hope that you don't see them. And that's why I come in here and I'm like banging on everything, and because I mean it happens so many times. You look, you scan with your eyes, you don't see anything. So you're like, okay, I don't see anything. I'll get in. As soon as you get in, and it was right there, you couldn't see it, and it takes off. Happens all the time. But usually what they'll do is they'll just sit and just chill. Hope that you don't see them, hope that you go away. Now, if you get too close, they'll try to flee. If you're really close, they'll just basically make the determination that they're going to stand their ground. And when I say stand their ground, that usually means they'll turn their head at you and they'll open their mouth and they'll show you how they get the name Cottonmouth. That's how they try to let you know that they're upset and they want you to leave them alone. See, this guy's not, I'm moving around, he's not bothered by me at all. If that were a cottonmouth and it was in the water like that, not close, it would be treading water, getting away. So I'm gonna leave that alone. See those two metal rods? That was the piece that holds the panel. Got the other one there. There's another rod sticking up back there. And it looks like, you see the white pipe has a chain wire kind of thing hooked to it. That means there's a trap still in there. So I'm not going to go poking a rake in there because I don't want to set it off. But so basically what's happened is that trap is sitting there, and it's those two poles to hold that panel, and it's collected debris. That's all it is. That's not beaver stuff. There's definitely some wood in there that was once, was gnawed off by beavers, but it's probably just floating along. It's not fresh. So, that's good. My hope is that there truly was just one or two beavers. We got the one, the other one left. But I'm not going to call victory yet, because we went through this a couple weeks ago when we thought we'd scared the beaver off, and it just basically went silent for a week, and then suddenly it was back. Could be the same thing again. Could just be they're laying low, they're reorganizing. They've moved to a different spot, but we'll see. So unfortunately, I'm not going to get to try out this camera angle on an unclogging. We still got a couple more down there to check, so we'll check that one. But imagine, I guess, if you will, I'm in here cleaning with this, what it would be like, snakes and all. All right, moving on. All right, I'm gonna put the drone up. Not sure if it's dammed from something. It's a little hard to see in there. The sun is not making it easy. Looks like the water goes all the way back into the trees. So I don't know if it's blocked at the spillway. Might have to drive back in there and see what's going on with that. I'm going to come back here and check on the cabin since we've had some wind. I want to make sure no trees have fallen on it. Boy, there's some that are looking like they could at any moment. I'm surprised that nobody's ever asked about this cabin. It's appeared in the background of a few videos and a couple scenes actually filmed inside there. It actually has some agricultural background to it. Half of it does. So the half that has the logs on there, that's not original. That was put on. But it was moved here from a nearby town. At some point, my dad and his friend added this front half on, the part that doesn't have the logs covering the sides. But if you're interested to know, or you want to take a guess what you think that was used for, like I said, it's agriculture. It's used in an agricultural purpose. Town nearby. Take a guess. Tell me what you think. Huh. It's just water's down back here, so it's got to be dammed up back up there somewhere. This is almost dry right here. I see it trickling a little through there, but this isn't where the problem is. But that's where things currently stand. So that's great news for the agricultural aspect. It's not great news for the beaver unclogging content. So I kind of mentioned this in a previous video, one or two ago, I don't remember. And you guys, a lot of people commented on your thoughts. So I'll keep doing updates and stuff. I know, it's just a matter of time. Probably this winter we'll be dealing with the same thing again. This isn't the first time we've had a beaver, and it definitely won't be the last. So I've got a couple other things I intended to have filmed before it started getting hot, but the drains kept me so busy. But there's a couple other non-beaver dam related stuff that I wanted to record. One of them is finding the still location of my great-great-grandfather's. I think I uncovered some items a couple months ago. I was walking, I don't remember what we were doing, but I found some items that kind of, when I showed them to my dad, that's what he suspected it might be. So I never even knew. I guess I should, because, you know, that was the time. But also, Dad told me that it's been a while, but at one point, just kind of straight in a line from where I think I found the still location, there used to be a speakeasy. And so it's not there now, but I'm just kind of curious if there's any remnants in there. And also Dad said there's an old car in there where the speakeasy was, or near it. So we'll see if we can find those. So I'd planned on recording those adventures too. So I mean, if that's something that sounds interesting, I'll certainly share it. Also, there is a church that's kind of in the general area where the speakeasy used to be, church and graveyard. So if that's something that you'd be interested in seeing, I can show you that too.